Hi there, Laura Wilson from Gold Star Work here. Today I am going to be doing some watercolour Christmas cards, and I'm going to be doing Christmas trees, so we're going to be doing some of these ones here. And I've done several of them. Some of them worked out better than others, so I will show you a slow time tutorial of these two, and I used the same method for all of them. Some of them didn't work out so well, so you will see some that don't work out so well either, and some of them I rescued a bit because the colours just went a bit muddy and wasn't very exciting. So even if you do lots of painting, you can still end up with disasters, and you just carry on and do some more or resurrect it in some way. So let's get on with some painting. So for these two Christmas trees, I'm going to start off with drawing just the shape of a tree, just a basic triangle. And then I'm going to get some nice clean water, and I'm going to paint over my tree with my clean water. And I'm going to make sure there's plenty of water on there. And then I'm going to drop some colours in. I'm just going to let them move around as they want to. And I'm just going to flick it out a little bit on the edges. And then I'm going to get my straw, and I'm going to turn my picture around so that I can get my bits to go the right way. And I'm going to blow through the straw and move the edges around. I'm going to drop a bit more red in as well. Yes, dear. Put in. I'm just dropping in a little bit more colour here and there, and because I'm using a blue over yellowy bits, it's looking green in places because blue and yellow make green. So there is tree 1. Now in tree 2, I'll move my paper over so you can see. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw a little triangle. And then I am going to get my masking fluid. So this is my masking fluid. And I'm going to get an old brush. And I'm just going to put some little bits of tinsely bits on here. Hi. So I'm using an old brush because masking fluid is pretty rough on the brushes, as you can, well, you might be able to see that. It wrecks the brushes, so don't use a good brush for this. My masking fluid is getting pretty old. It's still working, but I'm going to need to buy some more. So there's my tinsely bits on my tree. Now I have to wait for the masking fluid to completely dry before I do anything else. So my masking fluid is all dry now, so I'm going to go in with a brush and just some water, same as we did last time. Paint over my tree shape. And then I'm going to drop some colours in. So in this one I'm going to use a mixture of greens and blues. Oops. And I'm going to put in a bit of yellow as well. And my colours are quite watery so that they move around. Now if you wanted to, you could just leave it as a triangle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to flick out the edges. It also gives me an opportunity to cover up that bit where I blobbed it. So I'm going to do the same thing with my straw. Add a little bit more water to the middle. Let that mix with the paint a bit. And turn it around. And it just gives it a bit more of an organic kind of look to the tree, so it's not quite so precise, which I think looks quite cool. So I'm going to let that dry and then we'll come back and take the masking fluid off. I'm just going to use my little fan brush here and I'm going to get some watery paint and I'm going to do a bit of paint flicking. Just to add to the organic nature of the feel of it. I'm going to do a bit on this side as well. I haven't taken the masking fluid off yet because I wanted to keep that on until I'd finished doing any flicking. And I'm going to let that dry again. We'll see if this one's dry. I think this one's dry enough now, so we'll take off that masking fluid. And that's, you get your tree shape. And so I would cut these out and make them into little cards like these ones as well. Here's some that I did earlier, and I'm going to rub the salt off these ones. I didn't put any salt on those other ones. That one wasn't quite dry. This is what happens if you try and do this without taking the salt off. So I need to make sure that it's properly dry. So you can see the little salt patterns and things that makes. Now this one I had some of that masking fluid on too, so I will take that masking fluid off. And you can see how it leaves the paper underneath showing through nice and clean. Here's this little tree here, and I'm going to put some little crafty bits on it just to make it a bit sparkly. Put my microphone on so you can hear me. So I just got these at Kmart. Just adds a little something to it. Where'd that go? That one. And this little orange one here. I'm going to use some of these little bits on here. I'll do a gold one on the top, so I'll go get my gold one. I've got some nice gold ones here. I'll put one of those on the top of the tree. That's what that one looks like. Now, this one turned out a bit messy, and sometimes that happens, that, you know, they don't work out. This one's still got enough colour and things in it that I might be able to save it, and I'm going to use my black pen, and I can't do this one upside down, so I have to put this one up this way, and I'm just very kind of roughly drawing sort of the tree shape. So that makes it look like it's in a forest of trees rather than just a tree by itself. I don't know if you can see on film or not, but there's a little bit of a sparkle to it where the salt's left a bit of a sparkle on it, which is quite pretty. And I could also put some embellishments on there if I wanted to. So sometimes you can save a picture with a black pen. This is just a permanent pigment liner. This one's a 0.5 tip. So lots of different ways you can use your watercolour paints with a straw. It doesn't have to be expensive paints. These ones are extremely cheap paints, and you will find that sometimes if you use cheap paints you don't get as brighter colours. So these colours are the Reeves brand, and they're not particularly bright, I don't find, but you can still make them work. So you don't need a really expensive set to do something that looks very effective. So there is my day 2 of Christmas cards. So there's my day 2 of Christmas cards. So I hope you all had a good day and enjoyed watching this, and get out your paints and try and make some Christmas cards too, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching everyone. Happy painting!